Hello, welcome to Stories Around the Fire. Tonight's guest is Russ Miller. He is a Dallas-based musician and vocalist. He is a singer, guitarist, pianist, drummer, and producer. His current project is 42 on the Cows, and he's led bands such as The Commune, Vin Mariani, and created solo projects as The Tales and Carbo Pharaoh. Once a barefoot drifter, strumming on deep Elm Street corners, he's now an elusive creator and producer who prefers to remain incognito while living a quiet life. Hey, Ellison. Hey, Regina. So let me connect with him and we'll get started. I always forget how to do it, y'all. Oh,
Am I here?
I have no picture on you.
Well, I'll show up eventually.
Oh, there
Hey,
you are.
hey, I exist.
Yes, you do. Let me
Hi.
back up my camera because it just like zoomed in on my tired face. Um, Thank you so much for being here. How are you?
I'm okay, about the same. So,
Okay. So, we'll go ahead and jump in to everything. My first question is, how did you get started in music and why did you stick with it this whole time?
ooh, I don't know if there's even a real choice in that. I got started because it was what I could do. I just didn't have anything else. My dad was something of a traveling musician. He would take off to Branson, you know, Nashville or whatever. I don't didn't see him much as a kid, but in my mind that was what you did. That's what an adult did. They got a guitar and they went out and they played. And I started trying to drum when I was about 12, and can't write songs very well on the drums, so I went from there. I mean, that's it. I did it because that's all there was for me to do.
Why do you still do it?
The same reason, really. I mean, aside from it just being my one thing, it's it's peaceful to me. If something is frustrating or I'm tired or I just need an outlet of some sort, it's something that I can do. There are people everywhere that do all kinds of things that are beyond me, but this is something I can do that, I don't know, keeps my brain working.
That's understandable. So, I mentioned a little bit about you working in bands, and then now you're exclusively solo. So, what is the difference in being in like a touring band versus like promoting yourself the way that you do with like no identity? And now with the pandemic and stuff, there's like no live shows really going on or anything. And I know
I mean,
since you do a lot of your instrumentation and production, like you would need a band to get the same sound, right?
yeah, it's doable. It's doable with, a loop pedal and enough money, time, and effort. And I'm not opposed to live shows at all. I'm not even opposed to a band necessarily. It's just clash of egos, and I got too old for that really fast. The couple guys that I would be willing to work with today are just cast to the wind,
What do you
and
mean they're too far away?
yeah, the odds of that happening are not zero, but they're not great.
Right.
We've all got our own things. Everybody's got kids, everybody's got work, they've got adulthood.
Yeah.
When you're 18 or 19 and rolling around in a crappy van and driving wherever and playing in the backs of bars or whatever, you can do that, and really nobody's going to get angry with you, and no
Right.
one suffers from it. But that's not
Right.
really as easy to do now. And I can't imagine calling dude over here in Albuquerque and Washington or whatever, dragging them out. So yeah, it's me. It's just me, and that's okay.
So no real plans then for live stuff. So we'll just anything that we get from you, we
I don't
need
have a
to.
plan right now, but I've got to finish this record that just started. I
Okay.
gotta get
How's that
past
going?
this thing. What was that?
I said, how's that going? What's going on with that?
Oh my well, it was going well. I blew my voice out on the second song. I'm not
Oh,
even sure how or why I did it, but yeah, I'm kind of on a 4 week hiatus right now, much against
um,
my own wishes. I kept picking it up. I probably would already be fine, but I kept picking it up, trying to force myself to get through it, and I would just make it worse to the point where I was literally spitting blood. So that
wow.
ended that for a minute, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's healing. I just have to. I can't sing right now. It's driving me mad.
Oh, are you still working on everything that you can, or are you kind of like
Oh
stuck?
yeah. No, the things are still being done, and I've got
Excuse me
things
one second.
lined up that just need vocals put on. It would be a quick fix. It will be a quick fix. I just have to get that far.
Right, right. Well,
1st of September. The 1st of September. I don't care what it's like. I'm picking it back up. We're gonna keep rolling.
oh, you're very careful. So when you were touring or, wandering playing music, where was your favorite place to play or what was your favorite venue to play?
Graffitis. Yeah,
Which is now
graffitis,
defunct,
locker
right?
room. What was it?
It's now defunct, right?
No, it's long defunct. There wasn't much there to hold together.
Oh,
Um, and I don't even remember where it was anymore. It was off of Abrams and Forest or something. Edge of Richardson, I remember that. But it was just tucked in the back of a shopping center. It looked like nothing. You'd never know it was there. But it was like if you pulled someone from another planet and they said they needed to see a dive bar and you needed to give them that dead on experience at the place you've taken them to.
dive bars
And
are great. They're my favorite.
there was a handful of trouble there occasionally, but it wasn't too bad. Till the end, but that's another story.
That's for another interview.
Yeah, that's all. That's a long.
So, you had some success with the Tales, where it was your solo project and you sold in different countries, um, and you largely did that through MySpace. So, what were some of the challenges you faced being a musician while things like MySpace and YouTube and stuff were really kicking off, and there was just like, the saturation of all these artists. Like how did that compare to when you first started? It wasn't like that, right?
It was no, not at all. There was no. The internet existed, but it was useless for anything like that. Actually, things were easier back then because it was the very tail end of the Wild West days of the internet, and there was nothing really in place to stop you from. I mean, truthfully, just harassing people to come check out your band. Which I mean, it's sensibly they've kind of made it where that's more difficult to do. But back then, it was me and 10 trillion other dudes on MySpace, and I think that's a big part of why people got sick of it. It was freaking bands. But you get on there, and I'd spend 7, 8 hours a day just hunting down people
Working
that
on
I thought would
that.
be interested. Hey, come check this out. Endlessly, just sending promo stuff, and you can't really do that today.
Yeah.
Um, not like that, not where you just mass harass people and hope for the best. That's
Yeah.
become the core form.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I can see that. And now like there's filters on stuff, so some people I
Yeah,
mean like, like a spam box, like you
lamenting the loss of spam, yes, but it was more than that. I did the internet radio shows and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But that was how you would really, if you had nothing and you had no ability to get out and play a show, you did have that. You had the ability to find some people you didn't know. Be
right,
like, hey, I see you like this band. Maybe you'll like mine.
right.
Actually take the time to talk to them for a minute. and then their friends come in, you know. And I mean, that's doable now, but man, it was easy back then.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see, I can imagine. I didn't have solid internet access until I moved over here. Um, and when I did have MySpace, I got on it like twice a week or something. Um, but I did take things a lot more seriously then than, the stuff that comes into I'm sure it comes into everybody's inbox now. It's just, you can tell it's mass.
Yeah, nobody cares anymore, and they shouldn't. There's a reason they shut that down. I don't. I'm all for
Because
that.
there's probably gems in there. I mean, so what were some life experiences that influence your music? What were some things that, I know some of your music is specific and some of it's not. So where do you get inspiration for stuff from?
Oh man. Um, a lot of it is really just as man. This is going to be cliche, but it's a. I mean, suffering is what makes anybody play. It's whatever. You got two things that drive art, and that's love and suffering.
Yeah,
And I mean, that comes to the exact same things that I've always used. Addiction was a problem,
yeah,
and even once you step out of that, those things they stay with you. You don't. It doesn't leave you,
right.
and it's always something to pull from because it freaking sucked.
Yeah,
And you know, when things when your things aren't going well for the moment, it's easy to fall back into that headspace. It's easy
yeah,
to build on. That's a big one. Just depression, anxiety, and you throw some love in that, and we've got some. You know,
mostly pain and suffering, it sounds like, but you know,
I mean the same thing anybody's doing. I whether or not they're candid about it or not, I don't know. But really, the original plan, way back in to borrow a phrase from someone else, was to take drugs to make music to take drugs to. And I mean that never really went away, but kind of moved on somewhat. Moved on somewhat physically, but perhaps not mentally.
right. Well, I mean, those are experiences that stayed with you, regardless if you left behind, the scheduled doing of them. It's still in your
Yeah.
mind and part of your past. Um, do you have cherished gear or something specific that you always use to get your certain sound that you have?
I don't know if it's cherished. It's just become so ingrained, and I didn't even really realize how critical it was until maybe a few months ago. Was just Boss pedals in general, their flange, compression, obviously a shit ton of delay. That's, I mean, anything that's you're trying to do psych with, you're gonna obviously need some delay or reverb, unless you're going the freak somebody out route, which I mean that can be a part of it too. But a lot of Boss stuff.
Yeah.
I've been using what at the time back in the day was brand new, but now is almost becoming vintage equipment. It's a Boss workstation that has all that just thrown into it, and I can plug it around, call up all the pedals that are in there without having to make a whole board and set up. That's really it, though. Everything else is what's in hand. Be it a trash can or a mailbox, or whatever is available to make a sound is fine. But that seems to, every time I move beyond that, I always end up going back to that particular sound. I just like those Boss pedals.
Yeah. I don't know anything about pedals, but I'll nod and say yes. But for people who haven't heard your music, you said you're creating, hey Bo, you said you're creating psych music.
Hmm.
Um, and so I know some of your albums, like your Tales stuff, some of it was like kind of a rock, like Southern rock, um, specific songs like that. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize. I'm gonna bounce off and on because I have the sniffles, and yeah. So, anyways, yeah, where was I? I am so
We're talking
sorry.
about Southern Rock, I guess, and
Yeah, so
I'm assuming we're getting
what
to what was going on with
what
that.
are you doing now? Yeah, like what would you put the stuff that you're doing now like in the same genre?
I sure hope not. Um, I'm glad I did it, and it's not like I have lost any respect. I just got kind of tired of that after 10 years. That was a long phase, man. Might have been longer than that. Um, I, there's only so much of one box I can set in for until I lose interest in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really those Three Tales albums really should have been just one long, part one, part two, and part three. And even at the end of that, I was moving away from it. It was just a weird thing that was good to me at 21,
Well, they're really good albums. And so I'm really looking
Hope
forward to
so.
what you have coming. And I know you've released one song off of that. Is that correct?
Yeah, I meant to have one for tonight, but as I've already said, I wrecked my voice for a couple weeks. So.
That's okay. We'll still wait. We'll wait for it. So, with what you're doing right now, is this another project that, has its time and place, or is this something that you really want to build on and, keep up at, or you don't know? I mean, where do you
I
want to go?
really, yeah, I mean, it will be what it is. I doubt that, and I doubt that is something that I would stick in the exact same box forever. Although I'm trying not to have when I was trying to do the Southern rock thing, there had to always be certain things that had to happen. You had to run a
You don't mind.
Nickelodeon scale, something like that. The whole, that, like in the freaking song, just going, that type of scale is so constant. And I'm trying not to do anything like that. Now it's just whatever the hell comes to mind. So, yes, obviously it's going to change, but hopefully not as dramatically because there's nothing I'm trying to be right now. That's I guess one of the few plus sides to not being 21 anymore is that I don't
Right,
have to feel like I'm trying to be something. I'm just
right.
being it.
Doing what, comes natural and feels right for you. Yeah, that's good. Oh, you got a request. All right, I'll go on and get through here. You got a request to play something, so I'm going to finish the interview. Before we finish it, though, because we do have a little jog of time, I'll ask you these questions, and then I'm
Okay.
going to ask you for a story, and then we're going to play a short game, if that's all right with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can play something. Do you want to play something?
I mean, I will if you want me to.
Okay, cool. So my next question was, if you could collaborate with one musician or band, who would you choose?
Does it have to be one?
No, no, but
That's a
keep it
hard one.
consumable.
Um, I mean, I really like Steven Drozd.
Who is that for us for we who don't know?
About 90% of the Flaming Lips. If it's not vocals and art direction, it's probably him. Um, I've been trying to slowly see if I can collaborate with this British guy, AJ Jenkins, the children's artist. But
Uh-huh.
he has a hell of a little side career though. I may be the only person on the planet that has these albums, but they're right on top. I was playing them on the way home today, actually.
Okay.
I'll cut it off right there, though, because we could do this for hours. But those,
Oh, that's
those
cool.
two will probably be the big ones.
Yeah.
I
So I
like I like multi instrumentalists.
yeah. And both of those guys are that, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, and you play a ton of instruments, right? I know you play guitar, piano, drums. There's nothing else, right?
Oh man, I mean,
You
if
sing?
you count bass
Oh
and
my
stuff
gosh,
like
will you
that.
sing? Oh, you
What?
can. You
I'll
can't.
try, but it's
No,
gonna
no,
be
no, 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 no,
bad.
no, no, no. If you're on like bed rest equivalent to your vocal cords, no, don't do it. No, no. You can come back whenever you're well and sing. Yeah. Okay, so my next question is, how has your creative process changed? We talked about when you were, 21 and, you know, kind of a wandering, musician to now where you're, I don't know, probably more studio,
Yeah, well, I'm not like homeless on the street playing for change.
Right. How
That
did
did, yeah, that I guess that was a big part of the Tails thing too, was trying to compile all of the street songs, into something, which whether or not that worked is up to you, but that's not happening anymore, and hopefully will not be an issue in the future.
right.
Um, Beyond that, really nothing has changed. It's the exact same thing I ever did, whether I was 14 or 24 or yesterday or whatever. It's
Right.
my mentality, state of mind, settings aren't that radically different.
Yeah.
I don't think I could function properly without just continuing along that same path there. I mean, as far as creation goes, it was hard to do on the street. You didn't do much of that. You had things where when you had a moment where you stayed at somebody's house or something, that's when things would get created, and then you would just build on that out while you were out there. But
Yeah.
I didn't truthfully do a lot of writing then. It was mostly done in somebody's house. Um, it's a it's a trance thing. I don't know. You just find something and you build on it. I do a
Yeah.
lot of improv, and if I happen to hit on something that I play it long enough to drive everyone insane, and within a little while, I've got something.
Yeah.
But nothing has changed. It's the same stuff, for better or worse.
Oh, that's good. If you have something that works, I mean, there's no point in, changing it.
I hope not, anyway, because I'm out of luck if I have.
Bo, Bo sent, uh, Bo sent a laughing face at that. So how are you dealing with being in quarantine, in COVID and stuff without getting too political?
Um, Truthfully, I'd like to be more quarantined. I know it's not everybody's answer, but I've been at work, 4 or 5 days a week, um, dodging people that are sick, that are around sick people, just trying not to, bring it home to my kid, not get things worse for anybody.
Right.
Um, I'm not one to. I've never been one that had a problem with hiding anyway. This was one of those things where when it initially went down, it was almost like a great vacation. I know it's not everyone's story, but it was certainly mine.
Well, yeah, before we knew
Yeah,
yeah.
I
How-
don't, I don't tend to need the public that badly.
Yeah.
Again, better or worse, it causes me problems sometimes, but it's not hurting me. I'd rather be able to hide a little more, honestly. I'm getting my fill of the outside world as it is, just having to go to work to stay alive.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine like having to be in the general public, like,
Yeah, I mean, I would just take it as an excuse to hide, really. it was. There's obviously some things I'm not thrilled about, but
Yeah,
I'm good. Yeah.
good enough. So where do you see yourself in 5 years, like concerning your music?
That's a scary question, man.
Loaded question.
Yeah. The problem is that 5 years always gets behind you, and then you look back and it's not where you wanted it to be.
Wow, that's heavy. What does that
I
mean?
don't know. I don't know. I don't have a goal. I really don't. Really, my goal right
Oh.
now is finish the damn thing. Finish something that's barely started. That's my goal. And what I do with it, hell if I know. I don't know. I mean, obviously you don't make something without wanting someone to hear it. But,
Right, right,
I mean, there's not too many people that are really that way. Even if you're making it for yourself, you still have that in mind that, someone should hear this,
right.
or you kind of lose the drive to even do it. So yeah, I mean, obviously want it to go somewhere, but I've never had any interest in an
Right.
insane amount of attention. So no, it's good either way. In 5 years, I don't know.
So it's
I'm
not for attention, it's not for money.
no hell no. No, I'd be a very, very, very sad person if that was the plan. No, it's to do it because it needs to be done. I don't know. It's a record of a piece of time. That time goes behind you, and you have that chunk of it right there. What you were, what you felt, what was happening, what you thought, and
Aw.
that's it. It's just to record. It's cliche, but
Introspection and retrospection. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, that's a good reason. That's better than I feel like better than, like I want fame, I want money, like if it's personal, you know.
personal as it can be, I guess. Yeah. I mean, to me at least. Again, I think anyone who's trying to create things wants their things to be seen,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm okay if it's not. I really am. So in 5 years, it'll be where it is. As long as everybody keeps rolling along, okay. I'm
That's a good outlook. So, what are some bands or musicians, entertainers that you listen to that may surprise your fans or friends?
well, I'm very good at surprising people with my taste. I really like old James Taylor, like a lot. But I mean that when I say James Taylor, people think of the James Taylor that they're familiar with. That's not my thing. That cuts off right after the Apple Beatles years, which is 70, 71.
You have all these names for different eras of the
Well, someone
Apple.
who's familiar with it would know at least. But yeah, let's see what else. And I'm not harboring a lot of surprises here. I like a couple Swedish bands.
Like who?
Uh,
Someone watching may know these bands. I probably won't. Not unless you mean like ABBA or something.
no, no, and that really I'm so reluctant because I don't know how to pronounce things properly. But they got the one shirt right here. I believe it's Dunyan, but it's spelled like Dungan. And
Oh,
there's several incarnations of that band that I enjoy quite a bit. Hell, I don't know. Again, this is gonna be surprising, but you know, I'm carrying very little shock value on any of that.
that's okay. I can't see you though.
How about now?
Yes, I can see you a little. I can see
I'm
you.
trying to hide here, adults.
I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
trying to find you out.
I'm playing with you. How about now?
Yes, you're good. I can see you. I can see your silhouette. It's enough.
Good enough. Okay.
I'm so sorry to everybody that I'm sniffling. My allergies are just really bad today. Yeah.
I'll second
Sorry to
that.
you. Do you like any rap? Oh, I know some rap that you like.
What's that?
No, tell us if you do, and then if you
I
don't
don't.
think
I mean, I respect a fair amount.
what's up.
Not really any that I specifically seek out. When I was younger, I mean, we used to listen to like 3 6 Mafia and
Yes.
stuff. I didn't personally, again, seek it out, but it was around me all the time. Fine. There's plenty of
Regina
those
and
guys
Bo.
that are there. There's plenty of guys that were just doing the same thing any of us were doing, and that's, and I respect that completely. I'm not that way with a lot of genres that I'm aware of and I'm familiar with. I just don't dig into daily.
Yeah. Bo says, can you see the comments?
I would if I wasn't completely blind and in the dark. Yeah, I can pick
Oh,
it up.
Bo says get gangster with it. 3 6 is really good. I know that sounded super.
Well, again, that was a long time ago too. Long time ago.
I like that one song. You know what I'm talking about? It's kind of creepy sounding, like
That's
Halloweeny.
I mean, again,
Uh,
that could be several, but
oh, you know what? But I probably. So I guess this is a PG like 16, 17 moment. It's the late night tip song. I like that song. And you know when they did the flies, oh whatever it was. Say it, late night tip.
you know, I know I would recognize the song, but I wouldn't even know the title.
Oh, it goes so hard. Oh my God, it's so good. It's like spooky. Like you could be like driving through the fog and like, like I don't know. That's kind of a crazy scenario
You
that
know
you'd be.
what? Freaking Steve Burns, the Blues
Oh,
Clues guy. He
that
is
he.
freaking awesome, man.
Okay, but let's clear it up real quick. He's not a rapper, right?
He's not a rapper, but you wanted somebody that people didn't think about often. That's someone people don't think about often.
Okay,
No,
so the
he's not
guy.
even close to a rapper.
Okay, okay, so you listen to the guy from Blue's Clues, is what you're telling us?
Oh hell yeah! He's made 3 albums.
Okay, and he's good, right?
He's, yes, yeah, no, I like Steve Burns a lot.
Okay, and
That
we
was a
can
big one. I don't know
expect
how
some.
I let that one slide by. I actually, okay, there's one. I accidentally, without knowing it, somehow developed this affinity for children's musicians that created adult content. I
You
don't
had
know.
a kid. You had a kid, so it kind of happened, right?
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, I don't know. There's something I think about that, about the type of mentality you end up having after you appeal to children and work with them, but then go out and do things that are not necessarily obscene, but just not appropriate for the kids.
Well, you were a teacher,
Yeah.
so you are a teacher. So, I can see, and you also have, your past and your life, your adult life that, that everyone has, even if they have children or work with children or whatever. So I can see that being, something that you would explore, especially if you're having to listen to, you know, Blues Clues on repeat
Well,
or
that's what started it. See, it's not like I went and sought these guys
right,
out. They were just shoved in my face.
right.
And you start to wonder who they are, and you, just because your kid's seeing them all day. And you dig into it, and you're like, holy shit, this guy's he's got like a career that I didn't know about.
Right. No, not Baby Shark. No.
No, no, no. Go get some kids' TV 1, 2, 3, man. Look up Shape Song 2. I'm dead serious. Will change
Shape
your
Song,
life.
Shape
Shape
Song
Song
2
2.
is
Dope.
awesome. It
Yeah.
really is. Like it goes hard too. I mean, different level than late night tip, but it still goes hard. It really does. Oh my God, Regina Bo, y'all would like it. I promise. Y'all be like, y'all be singing it. I promise. Look, y'all learn it and we'll sing it together on here. Okay, so tell me a crazy story. Or, you know what? It doesn't have to be crazy. Just any story. You can tell a story of your own or whatever.
Um,
Oh, hang on. Let me get it. Okay, so it's Kids TV 123, and it's called Shape Song 2.
that's the British guy I was talking about, man. But he's got adult songs, seriously, like good one. Things about, dealing with addiction and lost loves and, just things you wouldn't expect from the Shape Song 2 guy. Another one is Starlight. That's another good one he does on the kids thing. But, I mean, I'm serious, man. That stuff like changed things for me, and it was not planned. Okay, well, we were working up a story. I remember that.
Storytelling time.
Um, I have a. Let's see what else. What else has happened to me? Let's see. There's too many. Okay, so a good show for me. Back in the day with the comedy was we the way we would end them was seeing how long we could flop around and make noise and whatever until the sound guy would shut off the power. It was kind of a game that we would reach 7.5 minutes, and then the new record was 11.5 minutes or whatever. And as we were going into that last crappy song that leads into that, I had long run out of booze, and I was like 18, 19.
Right.
And I asked anybody in the audience if they had anything I could bring. And because that was just part of the thing. You get a shot from somebody. And guy brings me some freaking wild turkey, which is
That
not.
old Kentucky Deluxe, eh?
It's better than KD. Yeah, and if anybody has ever suffered through a bottle of Star, then it's light years above that. But it's not my favorite. And took the shot, and then went ahead and started doing our thing, started playing. At some point, the empty pitcher behind us broke. So we had broken glass all around us. And the drummer we had at the time, none of us were really trained appropriately. And he would just bash the hell out of those drums. And he would break open his hands while he was doing it. And there would be blood slinging across the heads of the drums. So we got blood, we got broken glass, and then that shot does not set well with me, and I start projectile vomiting on the side of the stage.
Oh,
So now
no.
we have glass, we have blood, we have vomit, and yeah, we got shut down.
Yeah?
Yeah, we only made it to about 6 minutes that night.
That's super gross.
Yeah, but we were a punk band and we didn't know we were a punk band, but
Yeah, sounds like it.
it was good at the time.
It was
Yeah.
good for your image.
Wasn't planned, it just was.
Yeah.
No, that's the best I got for you. Everything else is working retail and
I mean, that's a
the
story.
mood.
Look, man, all those experiences that turn us into the well-rounded, mature people that we are. Right? Right,
Oh,
guys?
absolutely. And I am as clear headed as I could possibly be every day.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either, because I'm not freaking clear headed.
No fault of mine.
I am
All right.
blaming my body.
Are you ready to play the game?
Ready as I'm gonna be.
Okay. So this is called, it's really not called anything. I'll just give you the rules. You're gonna guess the song by one lyric. I've tried to cater to stuff that you would know because otherwise I could just totally like use pop songs exclusively
No,
or
you could destroy me with something.
I know, or rap outside of 3-6 apparently.
I can't promise I would know that. No, it's been a minute, but
I don't know a lot of their lyrics. I mean, I could spit some, but no, I'm just kidding. Okay, so the first one is We Don't Need No Thought Control.
I mean, it's Pink Floyd or another brick in the wall or whatever.
Okay, so I hear you being cocky and confident, but just wait. Hopefully
Okay.
I got one in here that's gonna get you.
Oh, okay. No, okay. I thought there was more. I'm sorry. I thought more was coming.
Oh, no. That's what I'm
Okay.
talking about. Okay.
I
Once
was
I,
more worried because I thought it was gonna literally be like a word, like you were gonna say like thought or something.
oh, you want it like that? Okay,
I
I got
don't
you.
know. No. Unless you just want to, listen to me.
If you start nailing them all, yeah, that's what it's gonna turn to. Three
Yeah,
words. All right, you ready? I'm sorry, I'm stuffy. What if you don't even hear it right? Okay. Once I had love and it was divine. Soon I found out I was losing my mind.
I don't have it. I don't know. It's a nice line. Tell me.
Can I give you a hint first?
Yeah, yeah.
70s with a female lead.
Um, it's like a
Like,
Fleetwood Mac song.
no. Falsetto type voice.
You're gonna have to give it to me.
Okay. It's Heart of Glass by
I
Blonde.
mean, see, I was never big on them, so yeah, that's.
Oh,
I mean, I
how do
know.
you the boss? Oh, I mean.
So what else you got?
When the weather is hot, you can stretch right up and touch the sky.
Is that Mungo Jerry song?
Is.
What
Okay,
was
I
it
know you're gonna
called?
get this
Called
one because you
Summertime or something? Yeah.
Summertime by Mondo Cherry. That's right. I know you're gonna get this one because you just said you like this person, but I'm still gonna run it anyways. I might, even if I use 3 words, I think you're gonna get it.
I might not. I might have no idea what's happening.
Get it. Uh, how about They Let Me Know?
I got nothing on that one. So no. What
Just
else you?
yesterday morning?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's Fire and Rain. Yeah, which is a good suffering with withdrawal song. Yeah, that's literally what's happening. That's what it's about. My body's aching, my time's in hand.
I read his diary and that's what it's about. Okay.
That's a
Um,
pretty well known one. That's been discussed many
I'm
times.
kidding.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to read any diaries on that. What else
Okay.
you got?
Oh, this is like one of my favorite songs. We drank champagne and danced all night.
I don't say it's one of my favorites and it hit me with something I don't know. Jeez.
Under
What?
Under Electric Candlelight.
Obviously, I'm going to know it, but it is not coming to me at all.
Okay, let me put that together. We drank champagne and danced all night under electric candlelight.
I still got nothing.
Oh my
Oh,
God. I'm so mad at you right now. It's
yeah.
Lola.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not mad.
Again, no, another one I was never. I should have probably. You would think I would have been bigger into that, but I really was.
You were into the Kinks.
No, I mean, as somebody else I respected quite a bit, but just never got that big into.
So I got a short story. One time I called my dad. My dad has always been. I like my dad's taste in music. That was just a thing that we like. You know, I don't know. Probably everybody does that, right? Um, you end up
They
listening to the
know.
music that your parents listen to.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so like one day I was a teenager and I called my dad and I was like, "Hey, I found this really good song and I really like it." and it was on the classic rock station. I bet you know it. And he was like, oh, okay, what is it? And I was like, it's a lullaby. And because, where I'm from, there, everybody's got an accent. I mean, you guys have an accent over here too, but I thought that the DJ said the kicks, like a kick, like yeah. But he said the Kings. But I called my dad up and I was like, it's Lola by the Kicks. And my dad's like, no. And I was just so embarrassed because I was trying to be cool with my dad, like, look, Dad, I like your music. God. And then, yeah, no, that's the end of the story. All right, next one. I was a lonely teenage Bronco buck.
Where are you getting these? I don't know any of them.
From the vault of classic, wonderful songs.
Yeah. You got any like Stooges songs on or anything?
Oh, I don't even know. I know who it is, but I'm not into that. Sorry. I was a lonely teenage Bronco buck with a
what?
A carnation and a pickup truck.
I still have no idea what that
is. That I was out of luck the day the music.
Yeah, no, I'd say I know the song once you get that far, but
American Pie.
Yeah, no.
Hi, Tamara. Tamara's here. Hi, Tamara. Okay, well, surely you're gonna know this one.
No, not gonna happen.
You're gonna know it. Don't act like you don't. Don't act like you don't know it. Okay, Busted. Are you ready?
No, I'm ready.
Busted Flat in Baton Rouge.
Your face is really making me feel bad for not knowing.
Busted Flat in Baton Rouge?
Yeah, what is it?
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Divorce. What
is it? I mean, I could run them back at you, but
Bo knows it.
What's next?
Bo's still on here. Let's see if Bo will guess it. Busted Flat in Baton Rouge. Waiting for a train. Really? Oh, it's me and Bobby McGee.
Oh yeah, I guess another one that I'm familiar with, but not.
I'm done with you.
We were just.
All right, stuck inside these four walls. What's happening?
I don't know what is happening.
Bo didn't know it either. I'm mad at both of y'all.
We're not doing a one song.
Me and Bobby McGee is by Janis Joplin. Yeah. Okay, so the next lyrics are stuck inside these four walls, sent inside forever.
I don't know. At first, I thought you were doing a Van Halen song I can't think of right now, but that's clearly not it because that's not the next line.
No, I don't have a Van Halen song.
Oh, that's good because I don't. It's another one I don't really care that much for, but I know some of it.
Inside these four walls. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm talking about?
No. I want to.
It's Band on the Run.
Oh God, no.
You don't like Band on the Run? Oh my God.
I feel bad for not knowing it because I like the guy so much, but no, it stops for me at Ram.
And who?
Ram, his second solo album. That's where it ends right there. It's an abrupt drop.
Well, I mean, surely you've heard that song.
Oh, well, yeah, I know it just fine. If you'd hit a different lyric, I would have known it. Most likely.
I mean, those are the best lyrics. I guess maybe not. No, that song's so long and drawn out. I could have picked anything else. Okay, but you're gonna.
It's the best thing on that album. But,
yeah. It's a great song. All right, you're gonna know this one. You ready?
What you got?
Finished with my woman because she couldn't help me with my mind.
Well, yeah, I know that one.
What is it?
It's Paranoid. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if it wasn't?
You would have got to hear crappy rendition of Paranoid for a second.
Where we at? Okay, 50. Okay. So I only have a few more and then you can play. So here's the next one. You're hanging around, baby, with Gene and Joan and a who knows who.
Oh God, I know, and I can hear it in my head. Oh, is it Steely Dan ripping off Santana, or is it just Santana? It's Santana. It's just Santana. Yeah. Okay.
What's
And
the name
actually,
of,
that was a cover of somebody.
what's the name of the song? Do I need to slow down my oh
I've got it in my head, but literally my brain, when it gets to the lines that are the actual title, it's just baby, you know.
yeah, it's Evil Ways.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, when the night has come and the land is dark.
Is that like Benny King or whatever, or
What's the name of it?
Stand by Me or something, or what? Or is it Is that
No,
it?
that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's make it throw in.
Wait, what? What's happening?
I have no idea, man.
Okay, so this is the last one. Well, I hear you went up to Saratoga and your horse naturally won.
I don't know, but that's kind of a good one. What is it?
Oh, you're gonna be sorry that you said that. No, I'm kidding. Which one? Stand by Me, Bo? It is a good song. Okay. Well, I hear you went up to Saratoga and your horse naturally won.
So what is it? Because I've got no freaking clue.
You're so vain.
Oh yeah, that's no, that.
I
Well,
know
I
you
did
don't like
like
Harley
James Taylor.
Chapman.
I did not particularly care for his wife.
I know you don't like her. That's why I put it on there. So I could get a point.
Well,
No,
by that point, yeah, I kind of lost interest in
no,
it.
there's no point. There's no points you lose. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So, anyways, that's pretty much it. I know you're gonna play, but first, tell everybody where they can find your music. I know you don't Instagram much, so where can we find your stuff?
Really the easiest way is just go on YouTube, and due to the oddity of the band name, it's pretty easy to find. If you just slap on there 42 on the cows, 42 is a number, not written out as letters, it'll come right up. Until somebody else, happens to, for some reason, need to describe 42 of something on cows, then I think I'm safe. And it could happen. Could happen anytime.
It could. All right, so it looks like you have about 5 minutes if you want to play something. I'm going to jet away for a second. Is that cool?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to play, but I'll play something, yeah.
I'll be right back. You can go ahead and play.
Okay. That's a good one, huh? I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm literally just making things up. So
No, boy. That was good. Thank you. Thank you for that. Oh, and many more.
good evening, friends.
Whatever. It's and many more to me. All right. Well, thank you so much for letting me interview you and for playing for us tonight and for playing that game with me, even though I was not very sportsmanlike. Thank you for all that, though, and we will check you out on YouTube at
I'm
42.
really sorry I don't have my voice right now. Like, that is
That's okay. You can come back later when you have it. So we can find you on YouTube, 42, the number 42, on the cows.
On the cows, the clinical opioid withdrawal scale,
Right on.
number 42.
All
Thanks
right.
for all the fish.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
I have to leave, so goodbye. I'm just going to stand and walk.